Yeah, so we're out here in Austin, drinking a Zilker. Between beating my wife and fucking my son. Yeah, look at that. The condensation on the side is how you know it's really an American beer. Oh, it also, check this out. I don't know if you can see it. American IPA. What's up? It's Avocado and Clayton Dom. We are the owners of Ruin Your Day, and we decided to make a video recapping 2016. 2016 was a very big year for us. We want to thank everybody that subscribed to the channel, everybody that just watched the video, and anybody that supported us in any way, shape, and form. We really appreciate it, and the growth we had in last year greatly contributed to the content that we're bringing you nowadays. And we're really proud of the series that we have now. We have like a handful of great series that is original content, that's battle rap related, it's fun and engaging, and I'm pretty proud of where the channel's grown. So this video, we're just gonna look over the past year and like where we came, where we're going. So let's just start at the beginning. Clayton actually, before 2016, wasn't on the Ruin Your Day team. I started working with him in 2015 at King of the Dot, and we just kind of worked really well with each other. And I was doing this other channel, Ruin Your Day, that I was kind of just uploading extra content to. And I was like, hey, do you want to like do this channel with me? It's like fun and you can like do whatever you want. And he was on board, so that started it all. That's where this guy came from.
The ball just kept rolling faster and faster. So
the first series that we started in 2016 that was kind of like what got us a lot of steam was Daily Spice. And the idea behind Daily Spice was I wanted to make a, there was just a bunch of funny things that I thought were like interesting that happened in battle rap that like I wanted a show that you could just go to every day and be like, oh, a little like, I don't know. It's honestly like a lot of the shit I do is copies of stuff that's done in skateboarding. So there's a skateboard website called Crail Tap. And a long time ago, you would go there, and on the homepage, they would update it every day with like a new art, photo, video clip, something like that. And I've always been really into like having something like that is like super engaging on a daily basis. And it kind of also keeps you like to the grindstone of being creative in some way, shape, and form. You're like, you have to put something out, and you have to make it kind of engaging. So that's how that started. The first upload was G Money trying to fight some crowd member at Battle of the Bay 6.
Yeah. You've inherited your mother's broad shoulders.
Too much money to be.
Hey, it's all good. Hey, my G. Hey.
the thing about Daily Spice though is there's like so many just like little snippets that me and you remember of like, oh, remember this like little 30-second block, and people, it gets drowned out in like a whole battle, so we would like cut it out and just like title it something super ridiculous and add like some weird sound effect into it to highlight it.
Really? All right, round 3. Who's it on? Me. So
Let me hit that blunt real quick.
I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider.
I think my favorite one is the dude saying that's delicious at Battle of Bay 6. During Thesaurus, John the Don at Battle of Bay 6 in Oakland, Pete is like, he says some line like, every round's hot like a Cinnabon, and this guy goes, that's delicious!
And now every round softer than a Cinnabon. Say you got that? Hold up!
And the best part about that, which I still don't think you really pick up in the Daily Spice, is that I'm off camera laughing really hard at him saying that, and he's like just looking at me like, what the fuck are you laughing at? Like mean mugging me? Like, it's so fucking tasty. Originally, we started doing Daily Spices with just everything across the board, battle rap related, and we kind of ran into some copyright issues. We were infringing on other channels' rights, uploading their content, and not everybody really appreciated us like taking a part of a battle and making it more viral than the original battle, unfortunately. So that's kind of why we backed off on doing it and not really making it a daily thing from across the whole battle rap spectrum. But now I'm kind of more moving into, right now it's like kind of old
stuff and
freestyle battles, WRC shit. Did weekly battle feed start?
My name is Stalk. I battle sometimes, but I'm going to be giving you a brief rundown of battle rap news from this past week. And it will be brief because I'm fairly certain most battle rap fans' attention span won't make it to the end of this.
A huge addition to our channel was Laughing Stock. I've always thought Laughing Stock was really fucking funny, and I liked him a lot. He was always a really nice person to me. He posted on Facebook, he's like, I got a webcam and a mic. Any idea of what I could do with this? And I just fucking, in the comments, I'm like, make a weekly show just kind of like talking about what happened that week in battle rap and give it to me. And upload it on Ruin Your Day. And then he's just like, yeah, I'm down. And that idea also came from another fucking skateboarding thing. It's another skateboarding ripoff. There's this show on Thrasher called Skate Line where this fool just like basically roasts everything in skateboarding every week, and it's fucking incredible. So yeah, Laughing Stock came on, and I think from the very jump his show was a fucking hit. Like it got super popular because he's writing original jokes. He could like edit in a way that was like
satirical.
Yeah, it was satirical, and how rough it was. It added to like the comedy of the show. Yeah, and it's been super successful, and there's been some fucking amazing moments from like Big K dancing to like
there's
Minnesota Luke's email address being posted everywhere,
becoming like a ongoing joke throughout like not only our channel but a lot of battle rap now.
Yeah, and I also feel like it's good that like what every like outlet I kind of have been like trying to get Laughing Stock involved, like from hosting the pay-per-views to doing this. Like I'm trying to make
and all that.
Yeah, battling. It's like good that he's like becoming more of like a public figure in everybody's eyes. But yeah, that show's probably one of our best shows that we have, and I think that's what. There was a while there that me and Clayton got super busy with like King of the Dot and like just other live shit that that Laughing Stock was really like, he was carrying the weight of the channel, and everybody was kind of coming back to see that.
The fact that he can come up with like original jokes and like
a week,
every week.
I think he's only missed 1 week, and it's because he got his like wisdom teeth pulled.
And then he's always got like weird sponsors and like.
Welcome to Weekly Battle Feed. This week's episode is brought to you by Gulliver's Shovels. Pick yourself up a gully shovel today.
I honestly think my favorite thing that he's done recently was that when he's like, he would always kind of cover the blackout announcements and just mispronounce their names, but it like always do it in a really clever way. So
King of the Dot recently released a few more names of participants that are going to be at their upcoming blackout event, and those names include Psychopath, Lex Luger, Thesaurus, Sharon, and Corazon.
My favorite one was when it was after we did the battle topics with Luke, and we kind of like roasted Luke on the fact that like he doesn't do top 10s, he does like top like 11, top 13, and
yes.
he goes he did like top 30 hats and
the Minnesota Luke portion of that show was fucking incredible. I was dying at that.
Luke has been like the butt of a joke like in every single episode for the longest time, but he's a good sport. So it's. Oh god, that's probably the show that I look forward most to seeing on the channel every week, even just as a contributor
like,
to the channel.
I'm super excited. Like I don't watch much battle rap anything nowadays, but like weekly battle feed, even though it is like on our channel, I like get excited to watch it.
Yeah, I even try to tell him like, yo, don't tell me anything you're putting in there because I want to like react the same way like a regular fan would react.
Yeah, so weekly battle feed is good, and it's going to continue, and Brett's only getting better. I feel like from the first episode to now, the production quality is upped. It's like he got a new webcam, I think.
Yeah, new mic.
It's like, and that also leads into another original content series that we started called Battle Topics. And Battle Topics is Clayton Dom's baby. Brett is also a co-host. Laughing Stock is a co-host.
Well, I have limited resources. The fact that we're all spread apart, like we don't live really
basically
near
I live
each
in
other.
Los Angeles around a lot of people, and he doesn't live around anybody.
And Laughing Stock doesn't really live near a lot of people either, so we were trying to think of like content that we could shoot while being really far away from each other. So obviously like a podcast webcam type stuff would work, and that's kind of, but we didn't want to, we kind of a conflict of interest where we don't want it to be like a gossipy type podcast. Like we're still like in like we're still friends with these guys, want to work with them more, so we don't want to like bring people's careers down. And it's lighthearted and it's funny, and we have like the funny questions at the end that literally like no other rap channel's gonna ask them.
Yeah.
Awkwards.
Yes.
If you and No Can Do had a 2-on-2 judged freestyle battle against DNA and Sharon, but the judges were Real Deal's 5th grade classroom, who do you think those judges would vote for?
Probably not me and No Can Do.
No one's gonna ask Head Ice when was the last time he did the Harlem Shake or Pat Stay.
What did he say to that?
He said he's never done. I can't remember. He said he's never done it. He said he does. I can't remember. I'd have to look back at it. He does some other. He's done some other dance.
What'd you ask Pat?
We did like we got into like what's his favorite porn, and
Sweet. What everybody wants to know. What do you jack off to, man?
I don't know. There's a lot of gems. I'm trying to think of like my favorite question that we've ever asked. I don't know. There's a lot.
I think one of my favorite is you ask Caustic. You're like, what's more impressive, benching 215
or 225?
No, yeah, 225, squatting 315, or deadlifting 315, right?
Or 405.
405.
That's pretty difficult, huh?
405?
No, just like
405 is
like a choice.
That is probably the hardest thing is the deadlift.
Yeah.
The fucking bench is a fucking piece of cake. Everybody's can bench two plates, dude. And then squatting 315 is also not that fucking big of a deal. But deadlifting 4 plates
coming from
is
you
kind
though,
of a big deal.
Coming from you. But yeah, it's like it's questions that aren't battle rap related that it gets like you get like their genuine like personality comes out, and it's just and they're lighthearted too, so it's not like an interrogation or anything like that.
Yeah. So it's fun, and a lot of people have been wanting to do it. Like Caustic didn't really like do any interviews after he battled Roan, and then he got on Battle Topics. Same with Awkwards. Awkwards hasn't really been in the limelight of the battle rap world for a while, and then he like basically came out and wanted to do a Battle Topics with us. We just released one today with Roan that's fucking really, really, really funny and good. But yeah, Battle Topics, check it out. They also put it on iTunes and Google Play, so it is like any other podcast that, you know, like usually you'd have to keep the YouTube app open to watch it. This way you can just hit the podcast app, play it, and like turn it off and like, you know, drive in your car.
Drive to work or whatever you need to do.
Yeah. Go Roan returned for a couple episodes. We kind of like aren't really gonna do that show anymore just because I feel like Roan has had a tremendous amount of success in his own right as an entertainer, so he doesn't really have the time to contribute as much as he would like to that show. So we're probably not going to do that show anymore. But we might do the same format with another battle rapper. I would love to do that same sort of format with Daylight.
Yeah.
Where we just give him a GoPro, or even fucking Diz. Like Diz, I think would come up with really fun stuff because he's just a fucking crazy guy, and he's so hilarious. And I think if he just has a camera in his hand at all time that he can just like flip around to himself and like do some weird skit, he would come up with gold.
Yeah, that'd be pretty crazy. Yeah, we started off quote unquote season 2 with like his Blackout 6 episode where he was running around, and then he won the chain that day too, and then that kind of started like his trajectory to where he is now, where this time last year he was like just a battle rapper. Now he's working for Barstool, and he's doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So we have no ill will towards that. We're happy to see where he's gone. And then slowly, or like shortly after that, the bunker became.
I made the bunker last year. It's the building unfortunately isn't around anymore, but the idea and the brand is still there, and I'm not going to stop doing it. I just need.
But that's a big task that you took on for just battle rap period. Brett was doing like the bunker. Interviews with like Hollow and any pretty much anybody you get one with. Yeah. But that's where a lot of our content came from for a long time was bunker related stuff. Everybody Knows is freaking Masked 2.
Oh yeah. We have a hidden gem in there. Everybody Knows. He does these really crazy behind the scenes videos that are edited like in such an unorthodox and awesome way, and then he has like narration where he's kind of narrating it like sort of like a National Geographic channel. But it's fire. Like, check it out if you haven't. That's like one of my favorite. Like, I paid for him to go out to Mass 2 just to do a video like that. I was like, do one of these videos. I also started a series called Cigars with Avocado, and I'm just gonna openly admit I had a series called Beers and Battles, and I did that because I drink a lot of beer and I like drinking. And there was a period in my life this past year that I wanted to quit alcohol for 100 days.
And during that, I was like, oh shit, I can't do beers and battles anymore. So I started Cigars with Avocado. And that's kind of turned into like a quasi sort of podcast-ish thing. There isn't really like a definitive theme to that. It started out as me smoking a cigar and just telling a story about my life. But obviously, my life stories aren't like fucking never ending. So I kind of ran out of like my good crazy ones really fast. So now it's kind of just like I'll smoke a cigar with whoever wants to smoke a cigar with me, and we talk about whatever.
As far as anyone being on their radar, theoretically, the only like person that's on my radar as far as like, all right, if that were to get offered to me, I'd probably take that. It's like Solomon. And that's just, there's such a history behind it.
Overdue.
And you know what he's done in his return, you know, with King of the Dot, I think is really dope. I got respect for this fool. This fool has like mailed me books to read, like Malcolm Gladwell books and shit, like David and Goliath, and like I have respect for him, and it's like one of those things with like Big K where I like sought it out and it was inspiring. Like if that came across my plate and everything just lined up, I don't know if I could turn it down.
I like content like that because it also shows like the human side of battle rappers, because oftentimes like we get too hung up on this like weird sort of impossible image that rappers are supposed to fit. Like you're not supposed to have a real fucking job, a real name. They're not supposed to be friends. Yeah, you're not supposed to be friends. You're not supposed to fucking have a mom or like have a girlfriend. I like shows like that kind of humanize battle rappers, because these people are like, they're super interesting human beings, you know. It's like they're one of the most interesting people I've met in my life as a whole, so it's cool to kind of like get them out of that caricature that you make of them through battles, and you're like, oh, this is what this person is outside. Oh, Big K is not an asshole, mind-blowing. He's actually like a really nice guy. Like, oh, Caustic is like a pretty humble person. Like, and I haven't done a Beers and Battles in a while. I'll probably do one, but to be honest, the thing that I'm probably the most hyped on, and this is like super fucking recent, is I made this series called Watch.
So, Avocado, Ilmac, Chase Moore.
Hey.
We're gonna drink a couple beers and watch Real Deal versus Soul from Don't Flop.
Hey.
So the concept is just battle rappers sit down and watch a battle and talk about it. A lot of lines I don't understand, I'll like pause it and ask people's like opinions or like what did that actually mean. Yeah. Right now I put one up with Soul versus Real Deal, and it's me, Chase Moore, and Ilmac watching it. And I also, that same day, we watched Geechee Gotti versus Saint, which is a fucking really good battle that happened to the bunker. Damn. And Villain versus Sonny Bamboo, which is one of Ilmaculate's like favorite bodies. Like he just wanted to watch that. So the cool part about that show is also I'll ask the battlers like, okay, let's watch this battle because it's sort of relevant to now. But what's your favorite battle to watch? Like, because you know I have some battles that are kind of weird that aren't like, oh, it's the best battle. It's just like my personal favorite for whatever reason. So you'll kind of get like a little insight into like, oh, what kind of battles does Ilmac watch? Oh, what kind of battles does this guy really like? I'm gonna get some pretty good guests on Watch here pretty soon. So 2016 was a huge year for us. We grew a lot. We had a lot of new series birthed. We're just like really happy with where the channel's going, and we just kind of wanted to make a video to thank you guys for following it. If you have any suggestions, anything you want to see, hit us up. We are very interactive with the fans. We will talk back to you, and we will definitely take your critiques and feedback into consideration, because we want to make content that's fun to watch for you guys. So yeah, thank you for watching. We appreciate it, and look very forward to what 2017 brings us.